For this, in my early studies, I had included Jyotisha. Jyotisha is a term which Indians use not only for the uh, Phalabhaga Jyotisha, it is also used for astronomy, cosmology, mathematics, astrophysics, even quantum mechanics of the ancients. All are included in Jyotisha. It is not different from Jyotishastra. Then again, after studying that, music, the proto-music of our ancestors, linguistics and the proto-languages of our ancestors, and proto-cultures of the entire world have to be included in the study. And medicine and proto-medicine, of course, is there. Now, for this, to compare with my understanding of these subjects and to compare with other brains from the East and the West, and I have studied these personalities and their sayings, their books, etc. in detail, because their thoughts speak of their consciousness. No? From where do you get the thoughts of an ancient man? From what they have written. Maybe in a cave or in a stone slab. Even that is their consciousness speaking to us. Even the stones speak to us. And through them they impart the consciousness of our ancestors. Like that, up to the most modern books, we have to read and compare and contrast, and all these things have to be done to really understand what consciousness is. Because our consciousness tells us everything is working in the same pattern, because it is the cosmic eye that is functioning, cosmic consciousness. To prove that, you will have to learn these things as far as possible. Not that we can read all the books in the world. That's not necessary also. We can choose, select. The questions whether, this is a difficult question actually, it seems silly, but brain is causing an experience, or the experience is causing a brain activity, which is happening first. Whether neuronal event is the cause of the behavior, or whether behavior is the cause of the neuronal event. This is a controversial subject from time immemorial. There was a famous Tamil song of Kannadasan. Kodi ashaindadum kaatru vandada, kaatru vandadum kodi ashaindada. Did the movement of a tendril cause the air movement or the wind? Or did the wind cause the tendril to move? Same type of question this is. When Francis Crick asked this question, did the sunrise cause the cock to call, or the cock's call caused the sunrise? I just remembered this Kannadasan song. So the Nobel laureate and the co-discoverer of the DNA structure, Francis Crick's consciousness, has asked the same type of question like the artist poet Kannadasan. So brain work, brain consciousness is actually comparable, whether it is an artist or a scientist. And their brains, though functioning in an entirely different sphere of activity, and though they lived in different continents, spoke different languages, have something in common. What that common is what? What is that common? And this Ekam in Anekam, the unity in diversity, is the beauty of our world. This is the answer my consciousness gives me, and what I infer from the experiences of others. The conscious knowledge and unconscious knowledge in the global workspace theory are really interesting. Stephen Laberg's self-transformation through dreaming has several parallels in history, as well as in my biological life experiences. Those who have read my autobiography would recollect those dreams and how it changed my views. The meditational experiences, the imagery, and the lucid states created by music thus became my favorite experiment with myself and with many of my acquaintances, students, clients, etc. I am very much impressed by the binocular rivalry. In 1890, William James raised this subject first in the Western scientific world. The image of a monkey's face in the left eye and that of a sunburst in the right eye. You cannot see both at the same time. Can you? Because both eyes look in a convergent way to see the same object. You see it either as the one or the other. This later on found place in the duck rabbit picture of Wittgenstein in philosophy, and in the quantum mechanics appeared just as a cat, Schrodinger's cat, half dead and half alive. But all these images are seen in Sankara Bhashyas in the Upanishads. That is what I had wanted to convey through my book on Upanishad Sudha Sindhu, or any book. Whenever I speak about Sankara Bhashya, I have compared these concepts with his concepts. This is an image we often see in the Advaita. So these are all the ancient brain of Sankara and the modern brain of our Western scientists have visualized these things in the same way. So human brain works in the same way. So, such things, when you are conscious of a dead cat, you are not conscious of the same cat having life. Both are seen differently. Though he speaks of it as a something which is seen together, but it is not so. Shankara takes the upama, the simile of a egg that is partly boiled and partly normal. Is that possible? Partly boiled means that part is dead, The other part is not boiled, it is living. So just like a Schrodinger's cat, he also uses a example or a example of a half boiled and half normal egg. This allows to compare the two states. Suppose a state of dream and a state of consciousness, or a unconscious representation and a conscious representation. Just as any other scientific question, this is really a testable question. So that is both the ancient and the modern brain saying about this.